what they eat in this beautiful country.
I think this will accelerate your veganism. This is described by Anthony Bourdain as one of the worst things he's ever tried alongside airplane food. Oof. Oh, okay. Hi everyone, welcome to Stephan Eats, and in this very special episode, we are in Iceland. In this video, we're gonna eat a whole bunch of amazing and very interesting food, from the absolutely delicious to the pretty unique. Iceland as a country, food-wise, has a long history of eating some pretty funky stuff. But of course, now you can find pretty much anything under the sun, whether it's kebab to sushi to some really cool hot dogs. So we're gonna try to explore everything and condense it into one video. Anyways, we're gonna start off with probably one of the most popular street snacks you can find in this whole country, and it's gonna be right over there. Probably gonna have to line up too, because drove by it, that's a lineup and a half. Okay, let's go. Two hot dogs, and probably the cheapest thing you can find in Iceland, only $7 or 7 Canadian dollars. Anyways, here you go. You have these specially designed tables with the inserts for the hot dog. Now, what makes this hot dog super unique, first of all, is this looks like a normal sausage, but it's actually mostly made from lamb. Sometimes they'll mix it with beef and pork. The other cool thing is the mustard, which is called PYLSUR. Did I butcher that? Of course not. Okay, so here we go. And just on the bottom, there's also some fried onion. There's another kind of mustard. There's catsup made with real cats, of course. For people who haven't been to Iceland, when you come here, you will probably get a heart attack from seeing the prices of literally everything. So it's nice to see something that's at least kind of cheap. Is it a big hot dog? Definitely not. But will it be tasty? Well, hopefully. Sausage, really nice, very juicy inside, big snap from the skin. The PYLSUR, I think that's what I said earlier. It almost feels like a ripe, kind of sticky banana paste, and that kind of adds another cool fermented sweetness. What kind of crunchy onion on top of that, just on the bottom. Is it worth the lineup? I'd say so, because what are the other options? A $30 burger? Super tasty, delicious, but we have much more food to try. And the next thing we're gonna try is a little bit funkier than this. Next spot, and this one is going to be one of the more challenging meals I've ever had, not only taste-wise, but also emotionally, because there are some dishes that are a little bit controversial. Let's go right into it, and let's not sugarcoat anything. This is whale. So, whale is very conflicting for me because I do like whales, and unfortunately many whale species are endangered. So a little bit of a controversial dish for me. I will try it once, and I will let you know how it tastes. And actually get a full whale steak, but just like in any Icelandic restaurant, a lot of dishes will set you back $35 to $40 to $50. The whale steak, $50, a little bit high for my liking. So we got the mini version. This is cooked to medium rare on top of a pancake. Let's just try the whale by itself. It almost looks like beef. It almost tastes like it's really neutral. And then let's say it's a mix between tuna, beef, and like reindeer, but kind of all mixed together. Not super tender, and really not that much flavor, to be honest. It comes with some onion rings. I'm gonna try kind of the whole pancake thing all together. A little bit of that remoulade there. Let's get a bit of chili. Chili is nice and pickled. The pancake itself, pretty good. Overall, is it good? Yeah. Is it amazing? not really. As somebody who goes around the world and tries to understand different cultures and foods, I thought it would be important to at least try whale and just see, I guess, kind of a part of history. Like I said, whale in this region has been such a part of history and traditional cooking. Of course, times have changed, and unfortunately for whale species, they've declined a little bit. Let's go into another very interesting one. This is called Puffin. Puffin, of course, very cute, adorable bird, and this one has been meticulously cut to pieces and put on a piece of toast. Not so cute anymore. Let's try the puffin by itself. So puffin, of course, a bird that you can find not only in Iceland, but in Greenland, also northern parts of eastern Canada. Also, a bird that's been hunted for quite a long time. A very huge part, or a very integral part of Icelandic food culture. Oh, it's like livery. I'm gonna say, I actually like that more than a whale. It's like a little bit irony, but really not that much aftertaste. Maybe there's a small, very, very small fishiness to it. But overall, very dark meat, super tender, nicely cooked. Puffin, approved. This is probably one of the most traditional dishes you can, and actually very hard to find in Iceland now, unless you're going to like a festival or there are some shops that still sell it. This is called Svidak Jami, and what it is pretty much half a lamb head. Yeah, that's literally what they do. They just cut it in half, plop it on a plate, and then of course a whole bunch of sides to it. This one is just bare bones, straight up lamb head, and I'd say it's pretty cute. Yep, every part of the lamb, they advise us not to eat the bone. Pretty obvious, but everything else is pretty much on the table. Lamb head, really delicious. Normally in some cultures, in some cultures, it's just the lamb head and you eat parts of it, and the best part is the cheek. So that one looks super delicious. Super tender. I'd say a little bit gamey though. And of course, got to mix that with some of these. Got a little bit more of the sheep part. Yeah. The lamb by itself, fairly basic, super tender though. And then you mix it with all the other ingredients. There's some berries on the side, there's some peas. This might be some kind of sauerkraut looking thing. Oh, no. What is that? I think it's like some kind of turnip. I got some of the lamb tongue, of course. Cut that off. Tongue, a little bit peppery. I was gonna say, gonna try to get into the brain, but I think the brain has been taken out, unfortunately, because, you know, lamb brain is kind of a delicacy that I kind of enjoy. There is one part of the lamb I have never tried though, and it is the eye. Oh,
Maybe you butchered.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, it was an eye. Now I am gonna eat it. There you go. Gelatiny. Overall, pretty decent. The lamb is very tender. Of course, appearances wise, yeah, it is what it is. It's literally, oh my god, look at that. If you were thinking of becoming vegan, I think this will accelerate your veganism. This will be our final boss, and this is probably one of the most famous and also more challenging items in all of Icelandic cuisine, maybe in all cuisines in the world. This is called, damn it, I forgot the name. So this is called hakarl. This is fermented shark. Now, traditionally, this shark was kept underground to ferment. Some people would say to rot. Originally, before the time of refrigeration, it was a very easy way to keep fish. Nowadays, this is a dish that's fermented above ground, so there's a little bit more quality control. There's actually a museum you can check out. This is described by Anthony Bourdain as one of the worst things he's ever tried alongside airplane food. Of course, you need something very strong on the side to chase down the taste and smell. This is called brennivin, almost like an Icelandic version of vodka. The first challenging part will be to open this container because as soon as you open the container, I think the whole restaurant will notice. So let's open it and let's try it out. Okay, now first thing, I'm gonna take a smell. Yeah, that's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. It does smell a little bit rotten.
The bigger or smaller?
I was gonna say it kind of makes you think of like fish sauce or fermented dried fish. It doesn't. It literally just smells a little bit like ammonia. There's some dipping stuff on the side, but I think the first thing I have to do is just try it by itself. There you go. Okay. Oh, okay. You know what? It's really not as bad as I thought it would be, because when I grew up, there were some very, very funky French cheeses that kind of taste like that. I really hope this doesn't stay on my breath for the rest of the day, because I don't think anybody will approach me. Is it enjoyable? No. It is very pungent though. It goes right up your nose. And now, I think I'll need the Brennivin for sure. Well, that's pretty much like, it's vodka. Okay, let's try it with some of the accompaniments. What the heck is this? I didn't even ask what this was. I don't know what the hell this is. Oh, yeah. There's some kind of dried fish, I think. Very thready, kind of hard to chew. But as soon as you kind of put some moisture into it, it kind of dissolves a little bit. It almost reminds me of the Korean dried squid that you find in supermarkets and you can eat with beer normally. On top of the alcohol I already have here, I did get some extra beer because when you're eating this kind of stuff, lots of alcohol is needed. Okay. Oh. Oh. Final thoughts. Awful. So after a full day of sightseeing, we are back, and this is late night in Reykjavik. Now, one thing you'll notice is that I have a lot of light coming into my face. The reason for that is this is summer in Reykjavik, and the sun is literally out all the time. It's 11 p.m. and it literally looks like it's 6 p.m. So pretty cool, and also makes for really good shots. Look at that. You can see my face in full detail. Instead of taking you to more kind of touristy Icelandic spots that cost $50 to $60, I really want to show you some spots that people actually go to after drinking a little bit more than they should. This is a Syrian joint, very popular spot, especially late at night, kind of close to the main drag where there are a lot of bars, a couple clubs, and people will drunkenly stumble into here. And of course, just like any European country, you gotta have your kebabs and shawarmas. First of all, we have the lamb mandi, and this is in a plate form. And of course, we have the jumbo chicken right over here. Oh, look at that. Yes. I like too. Lots of tahini in there. Chicken very tender. Not really that much spicy sauce, but overall just your classic kind of drunk food. Super delicious, very juicy, lots of sauce. Oh, I'm gonna put fries inside of this one too. Oh God. You know what I might do though? I wonder if this is. Okay. I'm gonna steal a little bit of this sauce, just to add a bit of spiciness. Yeah, that sauce is a game changer. Let's go right into this plate here. This is your mandi platter. Lots of lamb kind of shaved on top of some rice. Of course, all the sauces here. Let's start just with the lamb itself. Not bad, pretty fatty. Honestly, it's pretty decent, but yeah, you gotta sauce it up. Some of this white sauce, a little bit of this red sauce. Okay. Oh. Okay, that is a championship bite right there. A happy, fatty bite. All those sauces mixed together, lots of flavor. The rice is pretty much just there to soak in all the fat and all the juices. Overall, very respectable. But I think honestly, get the chicken jumbo wrap and then just pour all that red sauce in there. I think with the red sauce, that wrap is just super delicious. That was a good 10 seconds of awkwardness. Next spot is a place called SKÁL. It's inside this kind of cool little market area with a whole bunch of vendors. And this spot I've actually heard some really cool things about. And it's a little bit more modern, using kind of a lot of ingredients from the area, but really elevating it. And this is a perfect example right here. This one is just Icelandic scallops. You have a red currant granita, horseradish, and hazelnut oil. And what you're supposed to do is mix pretty much everything. Now, first of all, this is absolutely gorgeous. What's really cool is the granita. Red currants is actually something I have in my backyard, and I really don't know what to do with other than make jam. So it's good to get some ideas for those red currants. Also, let me know if you have any red currant recipes, because we end up having so many that we just don't know what to do with, end up putting them in the freezer. So red currant ideas, red currant recipes, let me know in the comments. Let's try this scallop here. Of course, we're in Iceland. The seafood here is bountiful, it is fresh, and it is all over the place. Okay, let's try one scallop by itself. Oh, okay. Oof. Whoever concocted this combination is brilliant. I thought the red currant might overpower the scallop, because the scallop is, you know, fairly delicate, a little bit sweet. But what they've done with the red currant is it just has a tinge of acidity, and then as soon as that goes away, you get the creaminess from the horseradish. The horseradish is almost like a cream, but a very delicate cream. Like, you could really tell their own respective flavors, but then you get the sweetness of the scallop at the end. So they've somehow perfected this without overpowering the scallop itself. Oh, wow, that is amazing. Let's get a little bit more. Wow, it's just a roller coaster of emotions. You get the cream and the red currant granita together in the beginning, and it almost makes like a delicious ice cream. But then as soon as you bite into the scallop, that really becomes the resonating flavor at the end. This is smoked Arctic char, and this is done very simply, chopped up with some apples, and of course some crispy bread on the side. There's some kind of herb oil that's just sitting on the top. Let's put that right onto some bread. Get some of this herb oil on there. Oh, the smokiness. And then of course the dill. It's almost a little bit flaky, and then that dill is just perfect. And there's an herbaceousness too. I'm not sure exactly what the oil is, but the apple too is very crisp and refreshing. Let's get into the tartare. These are the crowberries here. And I think there's a tarragon emulsion, and of course the beef tartare. Oh, look at that. What's a crowberry, you might say?
It's from a crow.
Exactly. It's the poo of a crow. It's not. Let me look it up. When you look up crowberry, the first question it asks is, are crowberries edible for human beings? Good thing that they are. And also, one thing that I did not know is that they're a very important dietary component of course, northern peoples, but especially northern BC. And coming from BC, well, there you go, you learn something every day. Oh, yeah. It's kind of confusing at first because you're trying to figure out what you're tasting. And then all the flavors kind of become their own. There's some kind of crispy something in there. I can't quite put my finger on it. And then you get the beef. The beef, super tender. It's not really too mashed up, so you get a lot of texture from it. And then, oh, wait, what's going on at the bottom here? Oh, there you go. Oh, I think there's some extra surprises at the bottom there. The berry itself, I'm gonna try it just on its own. It really doesn't have that much flavor. It almost reminds me of like a less intense version of a black currant, and it's a little bit watery too, so it really doesn't add that much flavor to the dish. But you do get these kind of popping little bubbles alongside your creamy beef. After all of that, you almost get like this piney flavor, almost like juniper slash pine. I feel like of all the dishes I've tried here, it's really the one that feels like you're really tasting the natural area around here.
Oh, finally a cameraman can have food.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Oh, look.
Come on.
It's getting further away. Oh no, it's on this side now. Oh, that's too bad.
At least I can have this one.
Oh, look, it's spinning away. Like a UFO. Oh, I think the aliens are taking it.
Oh, look, there was no outro because I forgot. So here I am from the couch editing this video, and yeah, Iceland. Oh, it's pretty cool. Just spent one day there, literally. So many things that I crossed off the food bucket list, especially some of the more challenging items. And I must say, it wasn't quite as insanely bad as I thought it would be. Was it bad? Yeah, I wouldn't eat that again. I wouldn't pick that out of a lineup to eat. But if I was, tied down and forced to eat it, then I would probably survive and I would not cry. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon so we can notify you about future videos, and of course, hit us up with those comments. If I go back to Iceland, what shall I try? Let me know. I'll see you very soon. Ciao for now.
If this lamb was a French astrologer, what would his name be? Nostradamus? Nose? Or Nostradamus? Can I get some laughs in the house?